Israel 365 reported that, in the suffocating darkness of a Hamas tunnel, hundreds of feet beneath Gaza's surface, a young Israeli man clutched a worn pamphlet like a lifeline. For 27 agonizing days, Omer Shem Tov had heard the tanks of Israeli soldiers overhead, so close he could almost touch freedom, yet impossibly far away. When the sounds finally faded and the soldiers moved on, his captors brought him something they thought might be useful. Leftover reading material the troops had abandoned, asking him to translate what they assumed were military codes. Among the scattered papers was a simple Chabad pamphlet discussing the weekly Torah portion. Omer's heart raced as he opened it to find the story of Joseph, thrown into a pit by his own brothers, sold into slavery, imprisoned on false charges, yet ultimately rising to become second in command of Egypt. In that moment, trapped in his own modern-day pit, Omer found something more powerful than any military strategy: hope rooted in ancient wisdom. Omer Shem Tov wasn't particularly religious before October 7, 2023, but sometimes it takes our darkest moments to reveal the light that we carry within us. And during his months in captivity, Omer discovered that survival wasn't just about enduring physical hardship, it was about nurturing the soul. Cut off from everything familiar, he began reconnecting with religious rituals and prayers he had learned in childhood, but rarely ever practiced. Each ritual became an act of resistance, each prayer a declaration that his spirit remained unbroken. That pamphlet became his treasure. He read it thousands of times, absorbing every word, every glimmer of meaning. The story of Joseph spoke directly to his situation with uncanny relevance. Like Joseph, Omer had been torn from his life without warning. Like Joseph, he had been thrown into a pit and found himself at the mercy of those who saw him as less than human. And like Joseph, he held on to the belief that this darkness was not the end of his story. Joseph's story reminded him that even in the deepest pit, even in the darkest prison, the presence of the divine never abandons us. It transforms us, prepares us, and ultimately lifts us higher than we ever imagined possible. The irony wasn't lost on him that his captors, in their attempt to decode what they thought were military secrets, had inadvertently given him the most powerful weapon of all, spiritual sustenance. They couldn't understand that these weren't battle plans written on paper, but battle plans written on the heart, strategies for enduring the unendurable, for finding light in absolute darkness.